How do you know how much your website is worth? And is there a tool or a way to find out? The simple answer is yes, and in this video I'm going to talk you through exactly how to figure out what your website or blogging business is worth. Hello there, if you're new here, my name is Anna and I'm the blogging growth strategist over at The She Approach, where I help bloggers just like you get started and grow an online business. This video is brought to you and sponsored by Flippa, a global marketplace where you can list and buy digital real estate, starting from websites, blogs, social media channels, email lists, and businesses, and pretty much everything else in between. To put it simply, once your blog starts bringing in a profit, it becomes a business. And that means you can pretty much put a valuation on it or a number. Much like what you've seen on Shark Tank, how they evaluate businesses, you can actually evaluate your blog, because there is a market for people who want to buy blogs, grow them, either keep them as businesses or pretty much flip them. It's no different from people buying couches, refurbishing them and selling them, except that blogs are just so much easier to store, so you can have as many blogs as you want. And blogging really is an acquired skill, which means once you know what you're doing when it comes to growing and monetizing a blog, you can repeat that process over and over again for a multitude of blogs, even in different niches. That is pretty much the trait of an entrepreneur, isn't it? Somebody who takes their skill and is able to replicate it further. But why would you want to put a price tag on your blog? Well, if you're watching this video, I assume you are interested in figuring out the valuation for your blog. In other words, what is it worth? And one of the main reasons why bloggers like yourself might want to know this is because they're planning to sell their blog. And they want to make sure that they're getting a fair deal out of it based on months and months of work that they put into it, that also covered their expenses and the potential for growth for this new blog. Evaluating your blog can also help you figure out if you should sell now or wait until you've grown the blog a little bit more, create a new revenue streams, and then sell it for more of a profit. And at the same time, maybe you're just looking out of curiosity, and there's nothing wrong with that. Even if you're not interested in selling your blog at the time, putting your blog through this valuation process can help you understand what you need to work on next in order to actually build a successful business. And if you're wondering where Flippa comes into place, this is where, because you can actually get a free blog valuation from Flippa using their validation tool. Trying to figure out the valuation of your own blog on your own terms or using even online formulas is a pretty tough job, and I'll go over a couple of ways that you can estimate your blog's worth in a bit. But one of the simplest and quickest ways to do it, which is also one of the most accurate way to get an estimate quote for your blog, is to use Flippa's validation tool. This is a free online tool that you can use as many times as you need. It's a super quick and easy process, and I'm just going to walk you through it. I'll leave a link to it below, or you could just look up Flippa valuation tool, and it will take you to a chat box where you just have to interact for 30 to 60 seconds and answer the questions they pose. Here's some of the information that you'll be asked to provide in this quick chat in order for them to get an accurate quote for your website. You're going to have to provide your name and blog URL, your revenue for the past 12 months, as well with estimated expenses for your blog, so they can determine the blog profit. They're going to ask you for your blog traffic, if I'm not mistaken, your users or sessions in the last month or so. And they're also going to ask you a quick series of questions about the kind of website that you have. Is it an online business, an online store, a blog? In what niche is it? And so on. It's super easy to answer these questions, and a lot of them are multiple answer formats, so you just have to pick one of them. And obviously, the more accurate you are with your numbers, the more accurate the quote will be. They also have their own internal tools to verify some of this. For example, they use SEMrush to verify some of your domain activity, such as traffic, backlinks, and other very important factors that are all taken into consideration when somebody's looking to buy a blog. It took me about 60 seconds to test this tool by myself, and I got an instant valuation that let me know what other blogs in this niche were going for, as well as where my blog stands based on the amount of content I have, the amount of traffic, and of course the most important factor is the revenue and profit that your blog brings in. In case that you are ready to sell your blog, they will create a super quick listing for you if you want to activate that. If not, you can use their valuation tool for free and just stop there. Like I said, you get pretty much instant results. It only took another minute or so after I completed the form to get these, and it taught me a lot about my blog. So in case you wanted an accurate evaluation of your blog and what it's worth, this is the perfect tool to use. I know it's hard when you've put hours and hours of your own time into building a blog that you love, but if you're ready to sell and move on to a new project, this is a perfect opportunity for you to do so and not let yourself be clouded by personal attachments to this blog. Flippa is then able to look at the rough numbers and give you an accurate estimate of what your blog is worth. And of course, there's a lot of other factors involved that you can negotiate and renegotiate these prices with potential buyers. For example, other digital assets that you attach to the sale might bring the price up from their initial quote. Do you have social media channels that are quite popular and have good engagement that you're selling alongside your blog? Do you have an email list? Do you have a specific business or dropshipping business or anything else set up on your blog already? Are you selling your existing digital products, courses? All that you can use as a bargaining chip and drive the price up. And just by using their free valuation tool, you're able to kind of spy on their formula for valuating a blog's worth. So from my test, I discovered that it's going to be something like your average monthly revenue from the past 12 months multiplied by 12 and multiplied again by a multiplication factor that can be anywhere from 2 to 4. This is mainly determined by what percentage of your revenue is actually profit. So if you have higher expenses on a monthly basis or generally yearly, because a lot of these blogging tools and softwares that take to run a blog are paid on a monthly basis, so they average that out as well. And then the multiplication factor might be a 2 or under a 2 rather than a 4. My multiplication factor for the estimate numbers that I put in was 2.8, and that really drove my price up. And I also believe that because my website has pretty good domain authority as well as a lot of backlinks that I've gathered throughout the year, that really brought my estimate price up. So this will all depend on your own factors. It's easier to go through a valuation tool than trying to figure out all these different moving pieces by yourself. But if you want to quickly estimate your blog, just use the formula. Keep in mind that it's very hard to otherwise evaluate a blog that brings in no income first. So if you have a blog and you are kind of ready to move on to the next project, you might want to implement some growth strategies and make it bring in some revenue. That way it's going to be a lot more appealing for buyers who are going to take over it and grow it. Additionally, you might want to go over on Flippa and see blogs that are for sale or have sold already and compare your own to those, making sure to make adjustments for any additional digital assets that you're going to include with your blog to get a more accurate estimate of what your blog could be worth. That is all for today. Make sure to check out the valuation tool that Flippa provides. Again, totally free and you can use it as many times as you want. Thank you for watching, and if you've learned something new and you want more growth strategies videos to help you grow your existing blog so you can make a profit if you decide to sell, make sure to stick around, hit that subscribe button and like for more.